good afternoon from Denmark. Mabic Christensen here. And I would like to ask this question to you before I proceed. Would you like to create another stream of income for yourself and for your family? Or would you like to plug into a system that offers you the tools, the systems, the training, and even the products that you need to start your own online business? Well, thank you, friends. Once again, Mabic Christensen here. This is the 35th episode of the series Digital Business Journey series I have launched on my page. And it is all about the journey of a business entrepreneur, how they succeed, how they thrive on this digital world. So, friends, here I have a special guest from France. But before I will call her in the studio, I will further introduce myself, Mabic Christensen. Once again, I'm originally from the Philippines, and I'm living in Denmark with my family. And I have a regular job. I'm working as a boutique assistant manager and a digital business owner and mentor. What is it that when we say digital business, what is it? Well, you may be wondering, what is it all about? Digital business is a process of applying digital technology on any business just to enhance the experience of the business and the customers. That's digital business. And what in particular I am doing here in this digital business that I have? Well, I am doing attraction marketing, and I am a part of this digital platform designed to help people who want to be entrepreneurs and help them to get up and running with their own online business. And as I have said earlier, we offer you our platforms that has a system, the training, the tools, and the products that you need to start your business. Well, that's what is it all about. And if you want to know more, please stay put and listen to our discussions today because we will be tackling some of that questions so you will know exactly what is it that we are doing and what will you do if you want to join us. Thank you, friends, and stay put. As I have said, I will call now my guest from France, and let me please, I'm sorry, please help me welcome Elizabeth. Hello, Elizabeth. I actually did not say your what is this family name because I am
It's
not sure
okay.
how to say it.
It's
Can you say,
okay.
can you say your family name?
It's okay. Okay, so my name is Elizabeth Onyegbule Inera, and I live in Paris, but I'm originally from Nigeria. I live in Paris with my family, and by profession, I am an executive assistant, and but presently I'm at home nursing my triplets. They are two
Ah,
and a half years old. Thank you. They are 2.5 years old. And as well, by the side of this, I'm doing my digital business. I'm a digital business owner as well.
thank you for that, sis. Actually, that's number one question. So we'll proceed to number two. Jump in. Why online business? Your reasons and your why.
Okay, fine. The decision of doing this online business came up when I had my children, my triplets. As you can tell, during the pandemic, everyone was at home, so we were here faced with this the fear of what tomorrow will bring, and also the fear of not exposing these children to danger. And during that period, I started thinking to myself, how am I going to be able to handle these children that were born premature and they were tender? So with this pandemic and everything happening, I was so worried. I didn't want to return back to work, leaving them behind. And I don't think it would have really been so much of a problem if it was just one child that came. But because they came three of them, any nanny you call, when they find out that it's three babies that they have to attend to, wow, they are like, oh my God, I'm scared. You know?
Yeah.
So I understand. And I understand because you have to attend to these three children at the same time. So I had to say to myself, I'm not going to leave this responsibility for another person, but I will take care of it because I'm their mom. And so that was when I started looking for something that I could do from home that will still warrant that will give me time to attend to my family. And that's how I decided to go into the search of the online business.
Yes. Thank you. That's very nice explanation. And in this business is there's no hassle at all, even if you have triplets, because friends, this business is very doable, very handy. You can do this in your own terms when you have the time and wherever you want to do. So thank you, sis, for that. Very self-explanatory. The next one here, how do you find the business? Why is it unique and what sets it apart?
Okay, fine. The first answer is that I found this business online. Like I was browsing through the computer, and I stumbled on someone who did an ad. And in her advert, she said she's actually a nurse. She's a mom and she's based in Australia, and but she used to take extra hours before, uh, and that made her to miss so many of her children's milestones. But that today, because she has this extra stream of income, she doesn't really need to take extra hours anymore. And I was like, oh my God, this sounds interesting. It sounds like one of those things that I'm looking for. And that's how I picked up her number from the adverts. And I called her and she explained to me that, okay, fine, that I could do it if I wanted to. Now, the area where I found it unique was when I watched the webinar. Because when she spoke to me, I tell you the truth, it sounded interesting, but I still had something inside of me that wasn't completely satisfied. And so I decided to watch the webinar as she requested me to, as she asked me to. When I watched the webinar, one of the things that intrigued me was the fact that I saw people of different categories, stages of life. I saw medical doctors, nurses, people from all spheres of life and different age. The age gap I didn't see any age gap like to say, okay, this is a young people's thing or this is an old people's thing. No, that bridge was not there. I saw it was a mixed congregation, a mixed category of retired people, and then I was wondering, okay, who are these people now? And that's how they started explaining they are also digital business owners, and that if I want to join, they mentioned all the steps that we should take. The intriguing part is the webinar. It is the webinar because that's where they give you the top notch of this business. They tell you things in detail. When we talk like this, all we do is to create awareness of the existence of digital business. But the webinar does way beyond that. The webinar kind of like opens the knot to you. It unties, it unfolds, and gives you the steps tracks that you will take to be part of this business. And you will meet amazing people, not to talk of the fact that there are 122,000 members, private members in the private group of this business. And when I saw that they are very global, I said to myself, "Ooh, jackpot, I'm interested. I wanted to know more." And that's it. That's what sets it apart is the fact that it's global. You can do it anywhere from anywhere, and it opens you up to more than your limits, more than where you are. This is it for me.
Thank you, sis. And since I have several questions to you, thank you for that explanation. And I will proceed to the next question. What is your first impression when you found this digital business? Have you ever been skeptical?
It may sound strange, but I wasn't skeptical. I didn't know if it was because of the position where I was didn't permit me to be skeptical. I had nurtured something in my mind. I wanted something that I could do from home. All I was thinking of was what I could do from home. And because they did not ask me to pay for anything, they only asked me to watch a webinar. I didn't have the need to be skeptical. If they had told me that I have to pay an amount to be able to join without really explaining things to me, I would suspect them. I would be skeptical. But because the only thing she told me was to just put in my name and my email address and then go and watch the webinar. So I wasn't
Exactly.
skeptical.
Yes, exactly. Because the webinar actually is the foundation of this business. Everyone
Yeah.
has to go through and watch it. If, in my own opinion, if you are not prepared yet, or if you are not really into webinar thing, then I think you are not prepared to do this business. Because this business is a life changer. If you really want a change in your life, then try this, because this is legit and it really works. Thank you so much, sis, and we will proceed. What are the best parts of this business, and how does this attract you?
Okay, mine is a very practical experience because I am a mom of tender babies. They
Yes.
are three of them. And so the exciting part about this business, the best, I don't even want to use the word best. I would prefer to use the exciting, is that it gives me that flexibility. I can work on my business anytime I want, not just anytime I want, but the fact that I'm my own boss, I don't have to report to anyone to explain why I am not available today. Because sometimes it does happen to me that I have to rush off to the hospital because of one of them. They are not at home fully with me. They go to the creche because I'm a working mom. But the thing is that sometimes I get called from the creche to rush them to the hospital. So that that flexibility of rushing off without really explaining anything to any other superior person, you know, it's the interesting thing for me is the part I love most, flexibility. I have time to handle both my family and to do this business. And also one of the things that attracts me to this business, I don't understand that question. How does this attract you? What attracts me? The business? It's the question. I really don't get it completely.
I
Is
think
it
Yeah, I think it's the most of the feature, one of the feature of business that really attracted you to do or
key?
join the business.
Is the global nature of the business. Look at it, for example, I'm based in France and I'm talking today. I have the opportunity to talk today with someone um, uh,
From
that
Denmark.
is in Denmark. And on a natural day, I've worked all my life and I know that I go for business seminars and everything, but then it's not the same feeling. It's not the same feeling because you see that when you go for business seminars, everybody it's representing maybe their company. But in this case, you are representing your own business, you're representing yourself, you're representing your legacy. And so it's amazing to get to meet people of like minds. That's one of the things that I find attractive in this business. I
Yes,
don't know if
thank
this
you.
answered your question.
That's also correct. That
Okay.
the thing that attracted me into this business is that there's no selling involved. That the first question I asked my coach, my mentor, and the second thing is that it's very portable. It's very flexible, that you can do this in your own terms, and whenever you have time or wherever you are, you can bring this with you. That's the two things that attracted to me on this. I
Good.
said, yes, I will go no matter what. I need to change my life. I want a change now. So
Yes.
thank you, sis. Thank you so much for that. How did you balance your time between family, your business, and your work?
Okay. Naturally, when you have multiple babies, you are trained at the hospital before you leave. I was trained for 1 month at the hospital before leaving with my babies. It wasn't just me, myself and my husband. We were trained to time everything that we do because we wouldn't want the three children to be crying at the same time. And so because of that, I know when my free time I know when is my free time and I know when it's time. It's been like that since the birth of my children. There are times you will come, you will never get me online because I have to attend to them. It's a time that is dedicated to them. That's the only way I don't get them. We were trained that way so that we don't find them, the three of them don't cry at the same time, needing something at the same. So when you use time, you know before they ask for anything, you already know it's time. So you rush, do it. And that helped me. So my free space, my free time is what I use to run this business. In fact, it's my Netflix time, the time I
Oh,
used to watch movie. But
fantastic.
I had to give up something. And so I said to myself, what do I give up? Netflix. Okay. So I had to give up my Netflix time. And that's how I'm able to balance it. It doesn't affect my family in any way at all. At all. At all.
Thank you. Thank you, sis. Yeah, it does not really affect any kind or in some part of a family, situation in a family, even if you have many children, because this business is automatic and it's portable, as I have said earlier, and you can do this anywhere and anytime you want. So there's no pressure at all. And even if you are sleeping, as we have said to you many times, that even if you are sleeping, the system is working for you. It does the heavy lifting, it does the
Yes.
work, it does the selling for you. So that's the beauty. Excuse me. That's the beauty of this business. Thank you for that, sis, and I really appreciate that explanation. That's very nice. What are the most challenging experiences you encountered in running your business? How did you
Hmm.
cope?
Okay, my first challenge was that I haven't posted anything on social media for ages. And so my question was, how am I going to do this? I didn't post anything about my marriage. I didn't post anything about my children.
Yeah, I can relate.
And everybody expected the fact that they were triplets, I should make a life around them. But in my case, it was the opposite. I just wanted them to be away from public, away from social media
Hmm.
until they are of a certain age. And so my question was, how am I going to do this? With this kind of business that says it is social media attraction, how am I going to do it? I've lost touch with social media posting and all those. But as time goes on and I started looking through the training, started reading the training, I found it very interesting. Not standing in public, but then the training, it's interesting. And so you want to implement what you have just learned. And it's in implementing what I've just learned that I was able to overcome that challenge of social media fear.
Awesome. Like I can relate. I am like that too. We learned so many things here. We have a personal development. Oh, so many things. So I really thank for the system, for the people who have made or behind the system. Thank you so much for that, for
Thank
making
you.
this easier for us to manage our business. Thank
Yes.
you. Thank you so much. Thank you, sis. And we will proceed.
Okay.
Do you have any secrets, or maybe what do you call it, about managing your online business? Could you share them with our viewers?
Well, they're not really secrets. They are not secrets, just that everybody is unique and you run this business in your own unique way. This business is more like creating your own brand, rebranding yourself. You have to
Yes.
remain true to yourself. Remember, this is not just an employment that you were employed by anyone that you hope to leave one day. No, this is a business that you're going to run for a very long time. And consistency is the secret of the game, is the secret of the success. And so, for you to remain consistent, you have to be true to yourself. If you're
Yes.
someone that likes a particular thing, be that thing. Everybody's not going to like you. Everybody's not going to like your energy. Everybody's not going to like the way you look. To some, you might look flashy. To some, you might look dull. To some, you might look whatever, but be true to yourself. Be
Yes.
yourself. Have fun. I'm actually having fun in this business. I think that's one of the interesting thing about this business is that I'm having
Thank
fun.
you. Yeah, have fun, you
I'm
know?
having fun.
Yeah. Enjoy the journey. Enjoy
I
the journey.
am. I
You know
am.
what? Yeah, thank you, sis. You know what? I would like to share this. I always, you know, I'm reminding myself always that I need to enjoy the journey. Especially,
Yes.
you know, when you reach this kind of age where you already have this thinking that, you know what, I have done the last half span of my life, what I have done, you know, enjoy the journey, or else you we will
Yes.
never reach the end that we want to reach. We will never reach our goals, you know. It's very
Yes.
important to enjoy the journey. That's
You have
also
to.
keeping you a healthy mindset, because
Yes.
we will never enjoy the journey if we don't have healthy mindset. Friends, I'm begging you because I have been in that way too. Thank you so much, sis. I love really that topic that you mentioned. It really ignite what's
Yes.
inside me. I can
Yes.
relate it.
Something inside. You
Yeah.
know, something inside of you is excited. I do it without knowing. Whenever I'm going live and maybe my husband is around, he's somewhere in the room, and he hears me. And so recently he started tickling me with it. He would tell me, "We are live. Woohoo! Woohoo!" And then I would tell him, "Oh, who acts that? Do I act like that?" He said, "You are so excited like a child anytime you're doing your go live. I don't understand. What kind of business is this? You need to be serious." I said, "But I'm serious. I'm just having fun."
Yes, it's important to have fun. There's nothing wrong with that. Have
I don't
fun.
do it intentionally. It's just spontaneous. It comes out. I try to be serious because, of course, I'm a business owner. I want to appear like, mm. But the excitement is there. Sometimes I meet some people and I'm like, wow, normally I wouldn't have been able to, like go close to them or maybe meet them and talk with them. And here I am sitting right opposite someone all the way from wherever, very far. Oh, the excitement is beyond my control. So I'm excited, you
Yes,
know, I'm having fun.
yes. It's nice to have fun. It's healthy to have fun, you know. That's really also, to keep you healthier and younger and beautiful. Thank
Thank
you. That's
you.
so nice. 'Cause you have mentioned that word. That's
Yeah.
powerful because many of us have forgotten that word. Have fun. You know, it's not a dead end in your life. Have fun. There's always a way. When there's a will, there's a way.
There's a way. There is.
Thank you.
There
Thank
is.
you. We'll proceed. What is to keep a positive state of mind for you? Can you shed light on that with
Oh
respect
my
to
God. It
manage your
does.
business?
Yes, it does a lot. It does a lot. It goes a long way to help you, even your physical appearance. Some people spend so much time trying to touch up, use something on their skin. But
Yes.
psychologists will also tell you, or maybe therapists will tell you that what you get inside, what is inside of you will reflect on the outside. Having a pure mind, having a positive mind kind of like makes you feel alive, makes you feel fresh. It's like, I don't know how to say it, but it attracts what you're looking for and it keeps you going.
Yes.
Despite the fact that there are situations around that might not be pleasant, but you don't have to become the situation. While going through the situation, you don't become it. It is there to train you to be a better you, not to become the situation. So even if things around you are depressing and you decide to be happy, you know, those things around you will adapt themselves to become you. A positive mindset. How can you come out looking gloomy like this and you say you want this is attraction marketing? Who wants to attract a very depressed human being? Who wants
I love that. Yes,
not
I love
happy? Nobody. The world itself is a bitter place. The world itself has a lot of trouble and fears and worries. And then you want to attract someone and you think the person will be happy to come towards you with all your gloominess or your sadness.
yes.
No, nobody wants that. People want to be alive.
Yes.
You already have a lot of worries. And that's
Yes.
the essence. If you are positive, you have a positive mindset, you will be able to you will see the good in other people. you will give them the opportunity to be themselves, and thereby you will attract the right people towards you, those who would want to work with you, be your
That's
business partner in the business. you
that's
know
so
it helps in every aspect of life. Being positive helps in every aspect of life. In fact, there are some careers that will not take you if you look like someone that is a sadist.
yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, sis. And I would like to share a little bit. In my experience, in running the business, it really has to, you really need to have patience because if you don't have patience, then you will not reach far. And you really have to be determined
Yes.
because if you are not determined to reach your goal, then every single blocks along the way, then you'll fall apart. You
Yeah.
cannot reach your goal by doing that.
Mm,
And another is that I need to push myself from my comfort zone with
mm,
prayer to God. That's what I did. Because if I will not do that, then I will not be in this far right now. I
mm,
cannot really reach my goal. I have a goal to reach, and
yes.
my eyes are focused on that goal.
Mm,
Because if I will look up to the right and to the left, there are so many negative situations happening around that will not help you, that will not help me. So I focused myself on the goal. So in order for me to, not to entertain these negative vibes. So sis, thank you for that. And I just shared a little bit of my experience also about this running
yes.
digital business with a positive thinking, a right mindset. Thank you, sis. Now we are almost done. Oh my God. What is plan B in general? Do you think plan B is important? And how does your business serve you, plan A or plan B?
Oh, plan B is very important. Plan B is generally anything you can fall back on. It's
Yes.
anything you can fall back on. Like normally in life, in the real sense of life, if you fall, you will fall on the ground. But when you have a mattress, like people jumping from a house that is on fire, if you put a mattress on the floor, no matter how high they are falling from, they will not feel the pain so much because they are landing on something soft. A plan
Yes.
B is like that mattress that you're going to land on when you're falling
Yes.
from high, if you have to fall from high. Now, having a plan B doesn't necessarily mean that you are planning to fail. No. Having a plan B only shows that you are beginning to understand that in life you should maximize every potential you have. It's a plan B. It's called backup plan.
Yes.
It's backup plan. Like if this doesn't work, there should be something else that gets us going. You know, you
Yes.
don't you don't you don't necessarily have to say, oh, I will wait until something fails before I start something else. No, have something as a backup plan in case something fails. Meanwhile, something might not fail. You still have nothing to lose because you now have multiple streams of income. It's coming from here, it's coming from there. So this is why I think everybody needs a plan B. For example, what happened during lockdown? During the lockdown, due to COVID, the whole world went through this. The people who had their own personal businesses outside, their shops were locked down, closed completely, and they had to depend on maybe some assistance, some financial assistance, which some of them didn't get it on time. And during that period, they were depressed. A lot of people were depressed. But those who had a plan B, they had a foresight of having this digital business. They kept running their business, and their business was going on, even if their shop was shut down, even if their office they were uh, um, set aside during the work. They still had their business going on. That's the essence of having this, and it does affect. It serves in your business. It serves to have a backup plan, even not just in business. You need to have backup plan for just like, okay, I have to take my kids to school, but I am always doing it. But apart from me, if you go to school to pick your children, they will tell you to put another person's name just in case we don't get you at the right time to come and pick the children. There should be a backup plan. So it's the same way for business. It's your backup plan is your multiple stream of income. If this other income stream closes, the other one is still flowing.
Yes, perfect. That's so nice. Friends, that's so true. Plan B is not a luxury at this time. It's a must, you know. It's really a must, especially nowadays that everything rises up, you know, prices and everything. So plan B is a must. So hop in and join us in this business. Thank you, sis. How did this business make a difference in your life?
Oh, in so many ways. So many ways. Being a woman, sometimes a lot of things can change us. We are like the egg. Little things can break us. Hot water can harden us. So if not for this business, I would still be so much. There would be so much worries and doubts inside of me. But this business has opened my mind to so many other opportunities. This business has come to show me that I can become. It's helping me to become who I am called to be. I actually naturally love to relate with people. But for some time, I don't know if it's because of Europe, people mind their business, people just wake up and go to work. I got to a point where I became an uptight person, very uptight. Like you look at me from far, I look sociable, but I don't really associate with people. I look different because that's the environment. But that's not who I am really from the inside. But this business has given me that opportunity to really show, enjoy who I am created to be, which is relate to people, like doing my business, and knowing how to respect other people's boundary, especially because I'm working with business partners from different parts of the world. So we collaborate sometimes to do something, like we are collaborating to do this interview to pass a message. It doesn't mean I should disrespect you. You cannot disrespect. So I had to learn more. This business teaches you boundaries as well. And you are out there in social media, even though you have access to this tool, it's not everything about you that you should put out there. You just put in what you think you can handle. So it does make a lot of difference. You learn a lot in this business. You build your character in this business. You build your tenacity in this business. You develop your communication skills through this business. You
Yes,
build a lot of things. Even if you came as someone who is not technically, you're not savvy, you come in, you begin to learn tools. By the way, for example, you are not a journalist, but I don't see the difference between what you're doing today and what a journalist would do. And this is one of the benefits that one can also get from this business.
awesome. Thank you, sis. That's so very well explained and very extensive explanation, friends, and that's so true. You will get so the benefits that you get in this business is tremendous, very
Yes,
huge. You know, it exceeds even beyond
yes,
monetary benefits. It
mhm,
exceeds your personality, personal
yes,
development. Even
yes.
myself, I have redirect my life. I was at the verge of having stress, anxiety, depression, but then because of this business, it helped me really to stand
Mm,
again and refocus my life. And
mhm,
it's so awesome. And I am energized, you know.
yes.
So thank you so much, sis. Thank you, sis. And we are now here for no, that's not. It's the call to action. What are you offering? Do you have any business proposals for viewers?
Yes, the only thing I'm offering today is, apart from the fact that we are doing attraction marketing, um, I am here to let people know that you will not understand the essence of the attraction marketing we're talking about until you go and watch the webinar. That's where it all starts. It will make more sense to you if you watch the webinar. Anyone that watches the webinar is in a right position to make informed decision. You cannot decide. You can't even say that this business is good or bad if you've not watched the webinar. And you have nothing to lose. It's free. You go and watch the webinar. That's what we are offering. And in that webinar, the webinar is a total package. We as individuals right now, what we are offering is you watching the webinar, but inside the webinar, you have more things. You have trainings that you will get. You will be followed up. You have mentorship and coachship. You have a coach and a mentor assigned to you to guide you through you building the process, the steps of you building your own business and becoming your own boss. You will be offered the tools on how to run your own business. That's what all those things you get them in the webinar, right? You are also offered the right mind you, remember we said there is no B2B marketing, like we are not selling any product, but there are steps to steps on how to becoming the right business person. All those tools will be offered to you. When you go and watch the webinar, you will see for yourself the connection, the right community, everything, the accessories, everything you need to put up the system together, all is in there. The package is there. You will enjoy it if you go and see for yourself. That's what we are offering.
Thank you, sis. And this is now, I think, the most important question, call to action. If there are people watching right now who are interested in what you are doing, what would you say to them?
Watch the webinar. Go watch the webinar. Click on any of the links you see above. It's not a When you click on the link, when you go to any of these links, it takes you to the same place, to the webinar where you watch a video, just that it's coming from different handle. Okay, so choose any of the websites, click there, go and see for yourself. Now, when you click on the website, it will bring you to a page that says put your name and your email address. Don't forget to put the right email address, the email address that you know, that you use often, the one that you remember the password, because definitely you're going to get tons and tons of emails related to this, like trainings and things like that. So you don't want to miss out on any of these vital informations that will be coming through the emails. This is why we ask you to put your email and your name. And then secondly, don't forget, when you add your name and your email, under it says subscribe. Don't be scared. It doesn't really mean that you're going to pay anything. That subscribe is just a terminology, it's a technical word. It doesn't mean pay. It means going. It's an access. So click. I've seen some people who actually want to watch. They put in their name, they put in their email address, and then when they see subscribe, they're like, are they planning to charge me some money? And they bounce off. Don't be scared. You're not being charged for watching the webinar. So go ahead and give yourself that push. This is that day you've been waiting for. Why don't you try?
Yes. Thank you, sis. Friends, you have just heard what she told you and just take action. Thank you. Sis, could you invite them for our webinar and the days, the schedules?
Yes. Okay. For those of us who are in Europe, the webinar is every Tuesday the webinar is every Tuesday and Thursday generally. But for those of us in Europe, it's at 5 p.m. Tuesdays and Thursdays. 5 p.m. European
Yes.
time.
Yes. Thank you, sis. And I think that's it. Thank you so much for this interview. And it's time for our parting words. You do first. Could you say a little bit in your language or maybe in French?
Ok, d'accord. Qu'est-ce que je dois dire? Euh, bon, écoutez. Aujourd'hui, c'est la journée que le Seigneur a faite, que ce soit pour tout le monde, une journée de joie. Donc, n'hésitez pas à être excité, n'hésitez pas à être heureuse, n'hésitez pas à faire ces bons choix. Si vous avez quelque chose dans la tête, dans vos pensées, des choses que vous voulez faire, allez-y, foncez, ne vous retenez pas, allez-y. Faites-le parce que le temps n'attend personne. D'accord? OK. In English, I just want to say if there's anything you have in mind that you would love to do, go ahead and do it. Don't procrastinate. Don't push it forward. Don't say, I will do it tomorrow. I will do it in the future. As a matter of fact, today is that future that you mentioned 3 years ago, 10
Yes.
years ago,
Yes.
yesterday. That future you were talking about That's what you're living. Is this what you want your tomorrow to look like? If this is not what, if your today doesn't look like where you ever dreamed of being or the future you wanted to have, then you have to do something different to be able to obtain a different result. Go ahead and click your button. Force yourself, motivate yourself. Don't look for anyone to motivate you anymore. Kick yourself and say to yourself, I'm going to try it. There's no harm in trying. If you fail, stand up again, but pick up something from the ground. Don't stand up from where you fell without picking a lesson from there, because everything in life is for a purpose. And for us to come here today to talk with you, we are also here for a purpose. We've done our part. You do your part, and see you in the inside.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sis. Thank you for this time. And I would say thank you so much for your time. And thank you, friends. Thank you
Thank
so much for
you.
watching. Sis,
Yes.
I'll play our outro and I'll get you back in a minute. Thank you so
Okay.
much.
Thank you.